What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having an awesome day. I'm Guns for Hire and welcome to Shop Talk here on You Always Win. Soon, the US military is going to be utilizing the Xbox controller in their Virginia-class nuclear submarines. A nuclear submarine using an Xbox controller. Yeah, sounds a little whack, but it's not exactly what you think. The Xbox controller is going to be used to control their periscope, not steer the submarine all over the ocean. The current joystick controller is actually being manufactured by Lockheed Martin, but it's at a price of $38,000 per control device. I can't imagine a joystick controller actually costing $38,000. It sounds like another one of these inflated prices that these companies gouge the military because they know that the US spends nearly $600 billion with a B, not an M, billion dollars on their military budget every single year. And I'm not just talking out my butt here because, I mean, if they actually are going to be switching it to an Xbox controller, there's no need for $38,000 joysticks in any of the submarines. What a complete waste of money. What a complete waste of your taxpayers' money if you're an American citizen. I mean, think about it. If something goes wrong with that joystick, rather than spending $38,000, wouldn't it be nicer to just stop by Best Buy and pick up a new controller? You could even get camo. It starts to make me wonder whether or not there's other aspects of the military, whether it's vehicles or any other aspects, where huge cost savings could be found by these simple replacements. I mean, you're talking about an Xbox controller worth 40 or 50 bucks versus $38,000 just for a joystick and some buttons. Seems a little ridiculous. I mean, heck, really though, I'm not sure of the complexity of a submarine because I've never been in one. Plus I get seasick. Plus I don't want to be at crushing depths under the ocean. That being said, why couldn't you use a controller? If you're just steering a submarine, we do it all the time in video games. Why not implement it in real life? Savings across the board. Microsoft nuclear submarines for everyone. So do you think that we could actually use other cheaply manufactured devices? Do you think that these companies are taking advantage of the US military? More importantly, they're not just taking advantage of your government, they're taking advantage of you as a citizen. They're actually gouging you. This is taxpayers' money. So if anything, the military being overcharged is you being overcharged. You're having to work day after day, paying your taxes, only to have these other greedy companies just gouge your government, which is gouging you. The government is an extension of the people, and that's your money going in there. I think we should be demanding stuff like Xbox controllers versus these stupid $38,000 things. Think about the drastic reduction in the budget that you could actually implement. Savings. Everyone's talking about budget. Simple fix like this. There's gotta be other ways. So apparently there's a new glitch on Rainbow Six Siege that's out of control and a lot of people are using it and basically it's ruining multiplayer. I'm not gonna link any videos because I really don't want to encourage this kind of behavior. It annoys me to no end. It annoys me to the fact, and I've preached this for 9 years of doing YouTube videos, I hate glitchers and hackers. Not in single player, not in private matches, but in multiplayer online. You are cockroaches, and I wish that developers would take a harsher stance and permanently ban you. So this shield glitch basically, to describe it quickly, is you put the shield down, you try and go prone, and because there's no space, it pushes you under the map. And then these players, we've seen this in Call of Duty, the players can go anywhere under the map, they can throw grenades, they can kill people, and there's no counter defense because it's an exploitation of the game. Now hopefully they fix this very soon, but let's face it, as soon as they fix one glitch, the next glitch comes up and people use it. It's so discouraging to see how many gamers actually use glitches and hacks in online multiplayer. It's not, people think, oh, it's just a video game, it's just fun. It doesn't matter. Other people have actually paid hard-earned money to play this game and play it properly. And you going in there using glitches for whatever your amusement, I paid this and I'll use it any way you want. Fine. Private matches, single player, but not when it affects other people. Not when you go in there and you cause suffering to other people, frustration. You basically have no respect for other human beings, other gamers. Your lack of integrity, that's what gets me in this. Whenever someone does that in multiplayer online, basically all it's telling me is you have no integrity and you have no respect for other people. So why should I have any respect for you when I say that you should be permanently banned and call you a cockroach? The excuse of saying that you were curious or everyone was doing it doesn't matter. In real life, if you're speeding and just going on the highway and everyone's speeding, you're like, well, everyone else is speeding, I'm just gonna go along with the traffic. If the police officer pulls you over and you're like, well, everyone else is speeding, why'd you get me? You were still speeding. It doesn't matter that everyone else is doing it. If you get caught doing doing it, it's still wrong. There are laws and consequences. Personally, for me, I wish there was a way to actually report them, to actually screenshot them or report better to these companies, and actually them doing something about it when they receive these reports. If you see something super obvious and they go in there like, oh yeah, he was under the map, permanently banned. No explanation. And then people are like, oh my God, I don't know why I got banned. Yeah, you do. You know exactly why you got banned. You may not have thought it was a big deal, but now you're gonna realize that cheating and glitching, it's just wrong, man. Just don't do it. Don't be one of those scrubs. If you're young, you know what? Maybe you don't think it's a big deal, but it is a big deal, okay? Whether your parents taught you manners or not is irrelevant. Don't do it. It shows a lack of respect. It shows a lack of integrity in yourself. It appears that Sony is taking a bow and backing out of the portable gaming industry. And I think that the Nintendo Switch has a large amount to do with this. There are those that argue that Nintendo's 3DS basically just squashed the competition, and their sales are ridiculous. They've always owned that portable gaming industry, you know, the king of all kings for years and years. The PS Vita, the PSP didn't even come close to the Nintendo 3DS. But I think it's more important here is not necessarily the fact that the 3DS beat them. I think it's largely to do with mobile phones, smartphones being able to play all these games. They are way more popular than any of those devices created by Nintendo or Sony. Nintendo has seen a steady and noticeable drop in sales of their 3DS, largely attributed to the mobile gaming world. Now, I think the nail in the coffin here for Sony going, you know what, okay, uncle, we're not gonna make any more of these things, we're gonna concentrate on our home console, is with the Nintendo Switch. The hybrid between a home console and a portable gaming system, made, as far as I'm concerned, perfectly. I actually own one. I bought one actually when we had the house fire here and the kids were in the hotel and they were, you know, bored out of their skull. We didn't have anything. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go out and get one. They absolutely loved it. It's great for travel. It's great at home. It's fun. Nintendo, honestly, is probably the king of casual games, which really the mobile market is basically all about casual games. So when the Switch came there and nailed that sort of in-between area, like, hey, you can play it at home on your big screen or take it on the road with these amazing Nintendo games, nail in the coffin right there. Sony didn't even stand a chance. That being said, I still don't think that it's smart for Nintendo to even create something like the 3DS again. I think their Switch was the perfect sort of fit. There was this space, this gap in between home consoles and smartphones, and they nailed it perfectly. It does both. You can't compete against smartphones nowadays. Everyone has them. That casual gaming market will far exceed anything that Nintendo could possibly put out, 3DS or whatever. But that Switch, oh, right in the sweet spot, Nintendo, you did it. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Do you think Nintendo could actually create something again in the portable gaming industry that could compete with smartphones? I personally don't think so. I think that's why the Switch is so important to them right now going forward. And I think they actually nailed it perfectly. But I could be wrong. What do you think? If they do create one, say, yes, I do, I think they could make one. What would it have to do? What features would it have to have in order to compete against every human on the planet with a smartphone? I don't know. I don't know if there is an answer. I don't know if they possibly could. But I'm curious to know if you think they can. Well, that's it. Thanks for watching Shop Talk. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, hit the like button. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to You Always Win. Greatly appreciate it. If you got any other news stories or topics that you'd like me to discuss here on Shop Talk, hit me up on Twitter. That link is in the description below. Have yourself an amazing day.